Physical illness is always a stand-in for spiritual illness. And so, paralysis is a good stand-in for our spiritual inability to come closer to God. My dear sisters and brothers, the miracle of the day is primarily about the forgiveness of sins. You know, sin is something that comes between us and our God, something that prevents us from drawing closer to Him. Sin is something that lets us stray and move away from the circle of God's love. And so, God's primary work is forgiving sins so that we could draw closer to Him and be the persons that He always wanted us to be. There is one other thing that catches our mind: the faith of those that bring the sick person to the Lord. Unable to come by himself to Jesus, or maybe even unwilling to come to Jesus, he is brought there on a stretcher, on a mat, by 4 of his acquaintances, maybe relatives, family, or just friends. And what I like is that Jesus, looking at their faith, heals the man. Well, that puts us right in our families. Couples praying for each other, parents praying for their children, friends praying for their friends. There is this power of the prayer of intercession. When you pray with love for God and for those that you pray for and pray over, the Lord always hears our prayer. And so today, as we go through this Eucharist, let's pray for the forgiveness of sins, that all of us, you and I, will draw closer and closer to God, that we will always remain within the circle of His love and not stray or falter or fall away. And let's also pray for one another. Spouses need to pray for each other. Parents for our children. Grandparents for their little ones. And let's also pray for those friends, those that we share our work, our life with, that everyone will gather around the Lord and be always within the circle of His love. And let's also pray for those who seem to be paralyzed, who are unable to move towards God, who probably are unwilling to draw closer to God. Let's pray that God may bestow on them the grace of the transformation of their heart, of a conversion to Him. Let's pray that all of us will draw closer to God despite our sin.